All right, nice and early here. In the morning, it's about a little after 5. I just want to show you guys what I start my day off when I'm doing my hybrid training for the first session of the gym. So here's everything that I want to show you guys. So I started off in the morning with this Orthos yogurt, and then I throw in some collagen, some of this PB Fit peanut butter, and PB2, and then I like to throw in some of this Elizabeth granola, and just throw all of that into a mix and have that right before I go to the gym. And then I want to show you, because I want to make nice and quiet for our daughter. But I'll throw in my sugar bottle, I'll throw in this creatine, and I'll throw in this endo pump, and I'll try to drink about half of that on the way to the gym. And that's really how I like to start my day in the morning. And then I'll get back about 7 and I'll have a bigger breakfast, but just enough to satiate me on the way to the gym. Is just starting off with the yogurt, the collagen, PB Fit, and then this Purely Elizabeth granola, just to get me a little bit going, because you can see it is 5:04 in the morning. Back from the gym, I'm gonna show you guys what I have for the morning breakfast. All right, here's what we got for the morning breakfast. So come back, I like to have Dave's Killer Cinnamon Raisin Bagel. I'll mix it up and have eggs every other day. And then for my shake, I just put a scoop of the grass-fed whey protein isolate. So say hi. You say hi? Yeah, hi. Have a banana, almond butter. I do a half serving of this, and then a serving of the almond milk. And I use this food scale right here and just put it all together, put it in a blender, and have a nice, good, high protein, high carb breakfast for the remaining day of training. So I want to walk you through that breakfast and really what it looked like before we hop into the rest of the meals for the day. So for breakfast, I really like to start off with the yogurt, throw in the collagen, throw in the Elizabeth granola, and throw in that peanut butter. Really just like to do that before I go to the gym. I find it just gives me just a little bit of stability where I'm not going out and I'm not having a full meal, but just enough to get me ready and going for the gym for the day without having to spend a ton of time making a big meal. Like I showed in the video, I'm gonna have the creatine, I'm gonna have the endo pump. I pretty much have that every single day. And for the creatine, I like to have that on the weekends. Don't throw the endo pump in. On the weekends, I like to give myself a break from it. And then when I get back from the gym, like you saw in today's breakfast, I know that I'm gonna be swimming, I'm gonna be biking today, so I'm gonna be having those carbs from the bagel, which is a Dave's Killer bagel. I pretty much like all the ones, but I've been really on the cinnamon raisin kick lately. And then outside of that, I want to make sure I have a good protein shake just to recover from the protein or just getting the protein in me from the gym. So I really like Transparent Labs protein. They have a really good amount of protein in there. I believe it's like 28 grams. It's a 35 gram serving, so that's a good ratio for me. So there's not too many fillers in there. I like the whey protein isolate. And I'll throw in a banana. I'll throw in the almond butter. I do half a serving using that food scale that I had shown. And I'll throw in a serving of the almond milk. And then I just throw in a couple ice cubes. And that's just a pretty simple breakfast. On the other days of the week, I'm going to be having eggs and some toast. Another protein shake. I like to buy the Orgain grass-fed protein shake, so that way I don't have to make it. It's just nice and simple, but it's a pretty easy breakfast, and I like to rotate each day. We're having a little bit more carbs on the days that I know I'm going to be swimming and biking, as opposed to just going out there and running. I want to show you what I'm going to be having as a mid-morning snack. So this is what I like to have as a mid-morning snack sometimes. So I'm going to do a cup of strawberries. I'm going to do 1 serving of yogurt. You can see the yogurt there. I really like it because it's 0% milk fat. I like using honey from a local farm and just sprinkling a little bit over that. And then I use some dark chocolate chips on top of that. And then I'll blend it in with the spoon. But I like to just have that as a nice morning snack. It's nice, simple, tastes good. You get 17 grams of protein in from the yogurt. Overall, I believe it's just a little over 200 calories. And I like to eat this about 1 to 2 hours after I had my breakfast, which was the bagel and the protein shake that I shared with you guys. About to hop on the bike for an hour. I just want to show you guys what I fuel myself for the bike ride. Pretty simple. Just going to use the electrolytes and then testing out this Go Bar. So usually before I hop on the bike, I have a honey stinger, but wanted to test out this Go Bar, see if it's something that I can use before I do running or swimming, and just see how I react to it on this hour-long bike ride. But throw a scoop of the electrolytes in the water, make sure that's on the bike, and then gonna have this Go Bar and see how that helps me on the ride today. I want to share with you guys, biking setup pretty simple. I have the Smart bike trainer, or not the Smart, I wish it was a Smart one, but just the bike trainer down there, and it has the tension. I have the different speeds on the bike right here that I can dial in, depending on how I want the biking to be. I didn't go with the Smart bike trainer just because it's a few $100. I want to make sure that I liked it, and just make the time pass by. I have my laptop over there. I'll throw on a show or something that I want to watch, and just let the hour go by for the hour bike ride that I'm doing today. You can see I do it in the garage, and there's quite a bit going on. Right now I'm watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. That one's pretty simple. Get through 2 episodes on the bike, just something that's easy to watch and to bike through. You can see I had to move the table there because I had the table in the sun and it would shut my laptop down because it would be getting too hot. But yeah, just a nice simple spot, and I'm gonna bang out this hour bike ride. Just got done with an hour bike ride. I'm gonna show you what I have for lunch. So here we have for lunch, I threw in some chicken breasts in the crock pot this morning and basically made those and shredded it up, put it on high for about 4 hours. And then at the end of those 4 hours, shredded it. I got 6 ounces of chicken breast. I have a cup of rice. I use a little rice cooker to make my rice for the week. Threw that in there. I have some red peppers. I typically like to have a little bit more red peppers, but just have enough for today, because I had them throughout the week, but I'll probably like to have a little more. Typically like to throw spinach in there as well, but bought spinach that expired 2 days ago at the grocery store, and figured that was probably not my best bet to use that spinach. And then I throw on some Japanese barbecue sauce that I buy at the store just to give it a little bit more flavor and texture. And then I also just like to have a couple of carrots with my lunch. It's pretty low calorie, so I'll probably have to have another snack in a couple hours from now. I believe it's about 400 calories, and I just track everything using my MyFitnessPal just to make sure I'm getting enough protein and enough calories per day. Usually aiming for about 3,000 calories a day and about 200 grams of protein. And then taking a look at the fat and carbs, not worrying too much about them. Don't want to go too high in carbs, don't want to go too high in fat, but definitely more of the protein and overall calories for what I'm eating in a day. Now, I'm going to be looking towards having my mid-morning snack. With the mid-afternoon snack, I should say, going to be going on and doing my swimming in a little bit and want to fuel up for that. Debating on whether or not I want to have a protein bar before that, but I'll show you guys what I'm going to be having before I hop in the pool in a little bit. Pretty simple. I'm going to be having some tuna. I just like buying these tuna packets, and then I'm going to be having it on a piece of sourdough bread and just keep it pretty simple. Have that, and I'll see how I feel. Let that sit for about 20-30 minutes and decide whether or not I want to have a protein bar before I hop in the pool. But gonna have this tuna and gonna have the sourdough bread. Finished up swimming a little while ago, made some dinner, and gonna show you what we got tonight. For dinner, we have broccoli, we have a cup of rice, and then we have some strip steak from a local farm. It is grass-fed, pasture-raised, probably one of the best steaks I can have, probably about 6 to 8 ounces. I didn't measure it out. I figure it was about a pound when I bought it and split it up. So probably about 6 to 8 ounces on that. And that's what we're used to recover from the swim and all the workouts we did today. All right, it's a little before 8:30. Just gonna have my last snack of the night. Gonna show you guys what that is, and then pretty much head off to bed after that. And pretty simple, just having an apple, a fruit crunch bar. Sometimes I'll have a yogurt. Sometimes I'll have a different type of protein bar that I have. Sometimes I'll have casein protein from Transparent Labs. Do a little almond milk, throw in some sort of like blueberries or strawberries or raspberries in it. But just want to keep it simple tonight. I'm just gonna have this protein bar and this apple just because I know I'm gonna be getting up in the morning, going to the gym, and I'm just gonna have that yogurt that I showed you guys earlier. And I'm not gonna be eating that much, so just trying to get a little bit more in before bed.